Come on then. Let's be having your views. Let's be hearing what you guys think. Waiting for a few of you to come on live. I'm sure it's going to be a lively post-match fan debate. Leicester have just lost, as I'm sure you are all well aware, to the team stranded 7 points, or were 7 points off the bottom of the Premier League. Worst team in the Premier League. We've just made them look pretty good. We didn't look very good. At half-time, I was saying I thought we were doing okay. We can talk about VAR. I know many of you think that was a goal by Iheanacho. I certainly thought it was, but many fans are saying no, you can see it was a handball. I don't want to get stuck into the VAR debate too much today, because I think we need to concentrate on Leicester City, on the players we've got there. I'm also going to call Brendan Rodgers out. I put a comment up, no plan B, plan B, plan B, plan B. We have no flipping plan B at times, and we just carry on playing the same way when we need to change it. I don't think the substitutions worked at all today. I thought Ndidi for Hamza was just like for like. I know it gives Ndidi 25 minutes at the end, but clearly didn't work. We have no striker on the bench, and we don't even mix it up. I put another comment out saying I'd love to see Steve Walsh up there for the last 10 minutes. I'd have put Wesley Morgan on for the last 5 minutes or 10 minutes and put him up top. We won't change it. When we are playing the same way, we stick to it and we stick to it, and we stick to the same way of playing. Earlier in the season, when it's playing brilliantly, that is fantastic. But when it's not working, sometimes you have to change it. And to be fair, every substitution Leicester made today was just like for like, and we carried on playing the same way. What do you want to say? I am going to read your comments out. I want to know what you think to that. We have just lost to the team at the bottom of the Premier League, stranded at the bottom of the Premier League. We've made them look good. We looked okay at times, but it all fell to bits in that second half again. I'm going to say more, but I want to read out your comments. So many comments coming in. Please get it off your chest. This is the fan show. We want to get your fans' views in here. Tom Skiro says, same old Leicester, loads of possession, loads of changes, created, but can't finish anything. I'm going to add in there, Tom, Harvey Barnes had some woeful shots today, and I'm going to call him out on it. Harvey Barnes' end product today was poor. Let's start with that. What do you think to Harvey Barnes? He had one shot on the edge of the box that ended up almost on row, middle of their stand towards the corner flag. Diabolical shot. I'm going to say it. On days like today. Keep getting your views in, your comments in, so many. Andrea says, very poor, we need to fight more. Chilwell was poor. I'm lost for words. Chilwell got absolutely ghosted by for that goal. Their player just pushed it by Chilwell, and within a 10-yard sprint, their player was 5 yards further past than Chilwell, and then just lobbed it on. Ricardo didn't do much better the other side. It was a fantastic finish by their player. Let's be honest, that was a superb strike. But not great defending by Leicester. Lee Hinton says, no Vardy, no party, why on earth we didn't strengthen in January? I agree with you, Lee. We all said it. I was saying it before. In December, we need a striker. We need to buy a striker. It's been great that Nacho's been a bit more on the boil. But we've got a squad of 25 with only 2 strikers. Because if Perez is a striker, which a lot of you think Perez is a striker, if Ayoze Perez is a striker, why wasn't he playing up top today for the last 10 minutes? Because he's not a striker. Are we going to get a Champions League spot because I can't see it, says Leon Tebbet. I think a lot of you, Leon, will agree with you. Anthony Beebe says, Rodgers doesn't know how to change the team halfway through. I keep saying it, there is no plan B. We don't have a plan B. We won't try it. Brad Lingard says, why haven't we recorded Slimani back as plan B? Get on the end of crosses. Again, it's interesting, we brought Mark Albrighton on. I love Mark Albrighton, but you bring him on and we've needed a target man up. That's why I say I'd have put Wes Morgan up there. I honestly would have put Wes Morgan up there. I'd have put Albrighton on and Wes Morgan and tried to pump it in the box. Again, we're passing it around at the back with the last 10 minutes to go. Michael Wheatley says, why hasn't he played our new signing from Wolves? Andrew Lane says, Perez is not a winger. Why put all Brighton on, like you said, Phil, like for like subs, not good enough? It was just like for like subs. It didn't make much sense. He pulls Pratt off and puts Tielemans on. They're central midfielders who are going to do the same sort of thing, if you ask me. He pulls Hamza off and puts Ndidi on. It's like for like. He pulled off, I'm even losing the plot, who did he pull off for Brighton to go on? I just can't remember. It's sick of giving Chilwell chances, enough now, says Corey Wall. So many comments coming in. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get through as many as we are. Simon May says, there's no way we're getting Champions League at this rate. Zab Kapase says, we should have stuck with the three at the back with Fuchs. Did well against Man City. I sort of agree with you, Zab. When we picked the fans team last night, we picked that 5 at the back, keep it nice and tight and do it that way. But we didn't. How are we going to get... Scott Neve says, how are we going to get on if we do make Champions League? It could turn out to be very embarrassing. Graham Ball says, we're blowing it now, top 7. Matt Nurse says, you can blow Perez over. Barnes runs into people. Hamza is not the answer. Chilwell can't defend. No plan B. Still in the top 4. We are still in the top 4. Big 2 games coming up. Listen, we are still in the top 4. Keep getting your views in. Keep putting them in there. Keep having the chat. I'm going to try and read as many as I am. I do need a drink. And we are. This might cheer you up. We are going to give away a mini keg of Everard's Tiger beer. So we'll do that. I'll just pick one comment at the end. But you need to like and share this video to be in it. That'll cheer somebody up at the end. Keep getting your comments in. So, here we go with all your comments. Mark Gazard saying, stop going on about Slimani, he's a bad egg. I haven't mentioned Slimani, Mark. I know people are in the comments putting Slimani in there. I did say I think we needed to go and buy Mitrovic. I said it in June, July, August last summer. I said it before in December. He did get himself injured. We didn't show any interest in him. I just thought we needed a different type of striker. I still believe it. I think Iheanacho is still too much like Jamie Vardy. I thought he played quite well today, to be fair, at times, Iheanacho, certainly in the first half. But you need a bit of variety in the team. We need some variety. Because when we're playing and it's not working, we just carry on passing it around at the back. Chilwell, this is Gareth Buckley, says, Chilwell does not look like an international player. Very poor again. We've had some shocking results. This is Luke Matland saying we've had some shocking results of late. Southampton at home, Burnley away, Norwich away. I'm sorry, but if it's the club's ambitions are to qualify for Europe, those are the sort of matches we need to be winning. Keep getting so many comments coming in. I'm trying to keep up with them all. We should start with 2 up front, says Marcus Smith. We don't get Champions League now, says Brad Lingard. Listen, everybody. What I want to say is, we are still 3rd in the league. We are still 3rd in the league. But we've been saying that every week now for the last 7 or 8, 9 games. We are still 3rd in the league. But it is starting to feel like the wheels have come off. That's what I would say. It feels like the wheels are coming off or have come off. Do you agree with that or not? Scott Neve says, look, we are still top 4. You've got to be happy with that. However, we could be so much better. I agree. Andy Bassett says, we won't hold on to 3rd playing like that. Clueless in general, but especially Chilwell, who was poor, as usual. Good news in Ndidi coming on. We've missed him. Overall, the performance put a real dampener on your birthday. Happy birthday to Andy Bassett. Cheers to you. Ian Widdowson says, Fuchs back in. It's Fuchs, again, slightly interestingly, I thought Fuchs had a good game against Man City and played well and obviously didn't have any game time today. It does seem strange at times when a player plays well and then doesn't get to come in. Aaron Moore says Danny Ward's come in. Bit surprised with that. I thought Kasper Schmeichel did very well, to be honest with you. Aggie is not happy, are you, Aggie? Why hasn't he played the new player we got in January, says Mark Dyson. He's on about Ryan Bennett. Not sure. Defensive midfielder for defensive midfielder, says Reece Taylor. A winger that puts in no effort for defensive type winger. Tielemans on for Pratt. Why those subs were made, I don't know. I totally agree with you. I said it when they were coming on. It didn't make sense. Hamza wasn't having an outstanding game, but he was okay. Using a sub to just make a like-for-like sub, I think you could argue it gave Ndidi a bit of game time maybe, but in the end, it's backfired on us because we've used a sub. Surely the only person we've got who is anywhere near a striker on the bench was Demarai Gray. We said it at half time. It needs a Demarai Gray to come on and get a goal. Didn't get a look in. Why did he not? That's the closest thing we've got to a striker. Demarai Gray. Why did he not come on? I'm a big fan of Albrighton, but when I saw Albrighton coming on, I was like, I do not get that. I do not get that, to be fair. David Gavin says, I miss Albrighton, to be honest. I do, but I didn't think it was the right move today. Michael Phillips says, at least we can not go down. Palace went down with 49 points. I can't think they went down with 49 points, did they? Steve Wimpress says, Claude Puel's teams were all passing no shots on goal. Listen, somebody said it at half time. If the last 8 weeks was under Claude Puel, like this time last year, people would be much more ferocious and anti what was going on there. I'm not calling for hysteria, but it's not been good. And we can talk a little bit about the mid-season break if we want, because that looks like the winter break has done us no favours at all. So what's the point in that? Players go away and then come back and just, one draw and 2 defeats. Doesn't really do much for anybody, does it? They've not come back looking energised or any different to when they went off. So mid-season break, partying till 4 a.m. in Dubai nightclubs with supermodels, and that. Is that the right thing to do? It is the right thing to do if you come back and win games, but if you come back and lose games to the bottom Premier League side, and Man City was a tough one, and Wolves away was a tough one, I'm just saying, they're the facts. Mark Glow says Champions League slowly slipping away. Chris Merrill. Will Burbanek is watching. Chris Guthrie is saying, can you see us getting to Europe? I still can. I honestly can, Chris. I think we will get into Europe. Listen, let's give away this beer. Let's cheer somebody's night up. If you wanted the beer, I'm just going to pick somebody at random. I'm going to scroll back. Thanks to Everards for giving us this for the month. If you can like and share this video, that'd be great. I'm just going to scroll back and pick one person completely at random where it stops. It is Richard Townsend. Richard Townsend, whose comment was, yes, top 3, but we're slipping due to bad late decision making by Rodgers. Richard Townsend, that's cheered you up. You've won this, okay. So well done to Richard Townsend. Nobody wins the pizza, because none of us went for Norwich to score and win 1-0. I'm not even going to bother checking because I'm sure that's how it has gone. Onwards and upwards. What do they say? Keep the faith. It's never dull being a Leicester fan, is it? Thanks for every single one of your comments. And join us, Jamie, in the Foxes Aftermath show on Sunday morning. I'm sure that will be lively. Jamie will be live at 10 a.m. from the Foxes Arms in Alcudia. Myself and Tom will be live, hopefully with Chris from Leicester Till I Die on Monday in the Fan Zone show. Loads to talk about. Thanks for watching tonight. Well done to all the Leicester fans who made it down to Norwich. What a shame. Your support was magnificent. The team's performance was not. Thanks for watching.